There is work to be done today at St. Paul's Lutheran Church. Recently, the sign at St. Paul's Lutheran Church has been all about advertising on YouTube. One of the most important things that you'll ever read in life was on this sign. It says, "Be who you needed when you were young." It's one of the best quotes of all time. I don't know if anybody in particular is responsible for that quote, but Mr. Gurr is playing the role of a handicapped individual today because, well, I got no hair on my head. So is that a disability? Sure is, when that sun is shining and my head gets turned into barbecued bacon bits. But the job today, and this might be a multiple day job, is there's a gentleman that I admire very much named Todd that needs some help. He's got a bad knee and a heart of gold, and he needs these trees taken out of the ground. So Todd lent me his shovel. This shovel belongs to the church, so I'm hoping I can put it to good use today. Dig some holes so that these stumps can be taken out and new beautiful flowers can be put in their place. There's a small chance, a very, very small chance that today a gentleman's going to come and meet me here and maybe pray with me tonight. I would say the odds of that happening are about 1 in 100, but it's worth a stretch. It's worth a stretch. Todd showed me the secret. If I get thirsty in my labor of love, well, there's the spigot that I can refill up my Captain America water bottle that I kind of stole from Washington Park. So, I don't know how long I'm going to be here. I might be here for so long that I make my first video tomorrow. There's just something to be said about rolling up your sleeves, putting on your gloves, and getting your hands dirty in the garden, working hard. Digging holes in the ground, ripping trees out of the ground, that's hard work. There's people that work hard all day and stink when they come home. Stinking to high heaven. That's what it's called. Stinking to high heaven. I hope today, when I'm done, I'm stinking to high heaven. One down, 3 to go. That didn't take near as long as I thought it was going to take, but I'm going to take a little break in between each. Stump removed. It's very important for me trying not to get dirt and debris on this memorial to so many people. I've been thinking a lot about a memorial for my father. What's the right one to do for him? My heart leans towards a bench by the splash pad in Washington Park. My dad went there and watched my son play in that park a few times, and good memories. He never got to see Gabe play in the splash pad though, but I know for a fact when I was with Gabe there recently handing out green buckets with stickers promoting kindness in the city, my dad was watching. I felt him there, and I felt his strength when I just grabbed that stump and just ripped it out of the ground. I know that Todd is planning on using a special saw called a Sawzall to try to delicately remove these things, but I think I'm just going to grip them and rip them and get it done right. So hopefully by the time the day is done, there will be 4 trees laying peacefully here at St. Paul's Church. 3 to go. Stinking to high heaven. I'm gonna need me a shower, but we're at the halftime show. Well, kinda, sorta. Todd wants me to dig out these trees, and he also wants me to dig out these little protective barriers that people can trip on. So hopefully I have enough daylight and enough gas in the tank to get that done. There's my sweat stain, so that's gross. Hopefully beloved Lorraine Peterson does not mind. I'm sweating on her bench, trying to do good things for her church. The miracle happened. The gentleman that I was praying for showed up. I'm not going to talk about the conversation we had because that's between him, me, and God. But it was an amazing conversation, and I won't forget it ever, ever. When you are an emotional man and you're presented with an opportunity to do the right thing versus the easy thing, there are people that are going to try to stop you, because there's a lot of people don't want any change in the world. They like the way things are. I wrote a poem today, a powerful poem, about a pie of all things. And I don't think putting that poem anywhere in Neenah would do the city any good. But it's a cautionary tale about how just because something looks golden, perfect, and delicious on the outside doesn't mean that pie is not hollow and it has a rusty tin that the pie is sitting in. You don't see those things until you bite into it. I don't want the world to be a hollow pie for my sons. That might be the silliest thing anyone's ever said in the history of the world. But there's one person out of 3,788 that'll understand what I'm talking about. I tell my son, Garrison, darn near every day, you are who you hang out with. And today he was hanging out with a little guy named Porter who had a baseball game. I'm still grateful to Porter's dad for being the good Samaritan and reporting that, hey, somebody just ran over that dude with a truck. I owe him a milkshake, and hopefully someday soon my son, Porter, and Porter's dad are sitting around Hardee's or Dairy Queen and drinking a milkshake and making a memory, kind of like this one. I'm never going to forget this moment for the rest of my life. I've sat in this beautiful little prayer garden many, many, many times. You are who you hang out with. So that's why I recommend to everybody that really wants to get to know me, you need to pray every day. Hang out with a power greater than yourself. Chances are you will become greater. Enough said. All right, sun's getting kind of low, big fella. I got called the Incredible Hulk today. It's not far from the truth. I also got called Captain America today. I wish that were true, but it's not. The reason I wear the Captain America sweatshirt and hat is because my father was Captain America. And right now, he and I are working together, getting the job done. When you grow up and you leave the house, You don't get to spend as much time with your parents as you probably would like to. You got to pay the bills. You got to raise your own kids. But I'm spending a lot of quality time with Dad right now. And you know what he's whispering in my ear? Get off your ass and get the job done. Shut up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That makes 4. Is it a job well done? No. No. It looks like atrocities were committed here. Brute trauma. I basically ripped these trees out from the earth. I don't know if that is what you really wanted done, but it's kind of what happened, because there was no way he was going to be able to saw through all that sod and all that root ball. So I hope he's not upset. I tried my best, and that's about all anybody can do. I'm thirsty. I'm going to visit the spigot here. I don't know if this is holy water on tap. Doubt it. But my water, my sweat, is into earth forevermore in this little prayer garden. I don't think I've sweat so much that I've salted the earth and nothing will ever grow here again. It's not that bad. But there is no doubt some of me is forever in this garden. And that makes me smile. And I know it makes my dad and my grandfather smile too. You are who you hang out with. Just because people are gone doesn't mean you can't hang out with them anymore. I'm spending more time with my dad now than I have in years and years and years. And I think I'm becoming a little bit stronger every day because of it. It looks like a force of nature tore through this poor little prayer garden, leaving a disaster in its wake. But if I know Todd, he's like a healer when it comes to the earth. He's going to take this wounded, injured, battered, beaten, destroyed little plot of land and turn it into something just magical and beautiful. That's the power of healing the earth. I know how to break things. I know how to destroy things. Todd, well, he's going to make this place more beautiful than it ever was before. I got faith in him. And I hope he's not upset about the chaotic destruction that I had to unleash upon this poor garden to get these stumps out of the ground. If he's unhappy with what I did, I'll be here like that, working hard to make sure I can help him get it right. If he wants me to help heal this prayer garden, I'm all in. I'm all in. That might do my soul some good. I don't know if I've earned any favors with St. Paul's Church desecrating their beautiful prayer garden in such a barbaric fashion. But maybe someday down the road, a sign that says kindness has no limits will belong on the property of St. Paul's Church. Until that day, I'm going to work hard.